Hello everyone, it's Jens here, and today I'm going to show you how I made the song Life Cycle from Shrimp Game. So I started making this song when the developer GasGod asked me to make a song that sounded like Kirby 64 drum and bass for Shrimp Game. He showed me a song from Kirby that had a frantic drum beat, sort of like drum and bass, and the layers of this typically kind of a video game instruments like synth choir, synth bell. So I also started making this song by using those kinds of instruments. So there is this synth bell, which is a background instrument in this song. This motif actually just repeats almost the whole song through, and I think it helps the bell blend into the background. An interesting thing about this motif is that it is in 10/4 time signature, and that just means that at the end of the motif there is an extra half a bar. Another way to say it is that in each loop of the riff there are 10 quarter notes. It becomes easy to understand if I just count out the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty neat. I think having this riff in 10/4, somehow it makes the song feel kind of like looping, rolling, flowing, like it just keeps rolling. I then added this synth choir. Playing these dramatic chords, like some of the more dramatic Kirby songs. Then there is the bass. I wanted to make the bass pretty melodic and moving, which became a bit difficult to do if I still wanted to keep it feeling like a solid floor for the rest of the song to stand on. I think this strikes a good balance. Now this is an upright bass, like a jazz bass. And in the verse it turns into a nasty 808. Nasty. The main instrument of this song is this electric guitar. Now, question, is this a melody or is it a riff? Personally, I would call this a riff because it's rhythmic, it blends into the background. Well, it doesn't blend into the background, but it like amplifies the groove of the song. And it doesn't feel like it's on top of the song, it feels like it's in the song. So if it was more like a typical melody, something like do 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 do, I think the song would feel completely different. And much like the bass, the electric guitar becomes nasty in the verse. That's because I use ring modulation. It's an effect which makes a sound metallic and nasty. Also on the guitar is this chorus effect, which makes the guitar sound wide. Let's turn it off and see how it sounds without it. So narrow right? I think the wideness sounds kind of like the sound is spinning around you. Also helps give the song that looping feel. Yeah, finally let's talk about the drums. Important for drum and bass. There are some layers to the drums, and the first one is this breakbeat. This is Box Break 5 from Jungle Jungle, I believe. On top of that, there are these hard electronic drum and bass drums. And it was the developer GasGod that suggested that I add these. And I'm glad he did, because it reinforces the groove so much. It makes the song hit harder. Later on, there is another breakbeat. And finally, these cymbals. Nice. And all together, the drums sound like this. Nice. Yeah, these drums, I'm pleased with them. Shoutouts to GasGod. And let's just quickly go through the background instruments. There is this rhythmic synth that neatly slides up when the notes start, like do 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 do. Then this arpeggio, which just means fast notes going up and down. This arpeggio that I totally stole from Move Me from Ridge Racer 4. Shoutouts to Kota Takahashi. Yep, and then there is this little organ fill. At the end of the song, there are some long note layers like this, strings. This is subtle, but it adds another layer of energy to the climax of the song. Let me just show you how it sounds with the rest of the song. There's this choir too that does the same thing, and those are actually all of the instruments besides sound effects. The last thing I want to show is that this song has some automation. For example, there is this volume automation on the bass. What is automation? It just changes the sound as the song plays. So this song is gonna turn up and down the volume of the bass to be quiet when the kick drum hits. Because both are bass sounds, it's easier to hear the kick drum when the bass becomes quiet right as the kick drum hits. Somehow it also makes the song a bit more groovy, like feels like the bass is sort of sucking you in. So this is how the bass sounds with this volume automation. And the arpeggio I talked about earlier also has a bit of automation, which makes it go from sounding very muted and quiet, like, to the point where you're actually able to hear what the arpeggio plays. And finally, that was everything in this song. Not that many things, once again. guess I like to keep it simple. I guess there are some automation layers in this. Because the song is basically built around this guitar riff, I basically made the song by repeating it, adding some breaks here and there, variation where I thought it was needed. Yeah, very nice song. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting, and have a good day or night or morning or whatever time it is where you are at. Goodbye.